I just went. I just pressed live, so it should be up on the YouTubes in a second. I just got the note that we are up.
We're live.
Yeah.
He's partial, just because it's easier than right
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jackrabbits versus the Wolves at AYL competition. So, oops. We'll get started here in just a second. The Jackrabbits are middle of the pack in AYL this year. When we play the Wolves, who are second, we're 3-3. They're 5-1. Although difference between runs scored and runs allowed isn't very much. Last year when we played them, they were our first team that we played in AYL, and parents remember that it was quite a shellacking. 22-1, I think, was the final score. So looking for a very different result today. Coaches looking at trying to make sure we keep our arms nice and fresh for the weekend tournament. So expect to see a lot of pitching changes for the Jackrabbits today. And we'll get the scoreboard here in just a second.
Excuse me.
All right, so we are here now in the 7:45 start time. Going to be a late evening, but wonderful weather for us. Sun just setting, just nice. The last team really struggled being able to see a ball, so we shouldn't have that problem with the sun in the eyes of the batters. So we should be good on that. We'll see how we go. Call for balls in and coming down. So I am running a little short-handed today because I forgot impact on the video. But it could potentially get in the way of our me having some notes for you. So looks like we only got one up. All right. Joe steps in. Joe is our leadoff hitter, as you all know. It is his birthday today, so he is a May 4th birthday. Star Wars call. So hoping he will destroy this ball like would destroy the ball high, like destroy the Death Star. So birthday boy takes ball one. We are playing on an all-turf field today, and a little thing is that the field's infield, and as you can see where the dirt is ball two, is roughly 70 feet, or maybe 75 feet to the edge of the dirt, and so the dirt really is as almost where the base paths are, so a little confusing, but we'd expect to see our strike right down the middle as Joe takes that. And yeah, it was a strike. So much quicker off the bat. So 3-1, absolute pitchers or hitters count here. Strike two, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Joe's got to be swinging now here. So, turning number 13, turning 12. Let's see what he can do something with this pitch coming from the Wolves pitcher now. Strike 3, right there. Couple of pitches that we're going to have to swing at here for those. All right, in steps Jorge.
1, 2, 3.
Jorge, a pretty solid ground ball hitter, who runs well. So on this turf, if he can get a ball through the infield, it'll be almost certainly be a double. But we got to punch one through the infield. Ball high. This pitcher's been very consistent, straight, kind of tunnel action on his fastball. It's all we've seen. The only question really is location. So the boys can tee off on him. Not a lot of movement on the ball at this point. Jorge is one of our most consistent batters. Regularly getting on base. I don't know his stats, but I would guess his OPS is pretty high. Swings behind. Solid swing. That ball was like a shot off the dugout, the home team dugout. So he's going to have to turn a little bit quicker if he's going to do anything with that. That was an inside pitch that he kind of punched to the right side. He's got to turn on that faster if he's going to see that ball again. Swing and a miss. Got it low and away.
That's 2, baby. That's 2.
So looks like the Wolves might be doing an inside, outside kind of pitch here, where they're playing both sides of the plate. If that's the case, then look for a fastball inside, and that's what you got. There's another ball off the hands, takes a funky bounce. Second baseman swallows up and throws him out at first.
We need base runners, kid.
So absolute problem we've been having as Jackrabbits has been swinging the bat. Spent all day yesterday at practice swinging the bat. Just not able to get anybody on. So in steps Cole. Teddy will go into the on-deck circle. So 300 feet to all fences. So 300 down the right field line, 300 down the left field line, 300 dead center. Cole swings, hits a pop fly that is dropped by the first baseman, and Cole will get on. That's why you run those out. So Teddy now. Teddy getting a pound from the umpire. Load early. Hips, hips, hips. All yesterday working on turning the hips and driving the ball. 2 down now. Cole slides back in as the pitcher steps off. Cole's got the oven mitt on, so maybe he'll run. With 2 outs here, really no damage if he runs. Step off, no throw.
Let's go, Teddy.
Getting new signs here. Looks like Coach Hunter's reset the signs. Not sure what everybody's going to get here. But Teddy is ready. Cole with a nice lead. Stays. Teddy swings at a pitch in his eyes. Teddy loves those first pitch fastballs. So absolutely tempted by that pitch, but nowhere near the strike zone. And he couldn't have done anything with it anyway. Ball in the dirt. Calls for number 7 emanating from the dugout. I'd like to see that kind of energy. Our team has kind of lacked that the last couple of games. Really riding a pretty poor streak of performance from the Jackrabbits. Well, Teddy with a swing and a ball. That's going to drop. That's going to get Cole to second, Teddy to first. There we go. So Chris now steps in with Gianni stepping into the on-deck circle. Chris has been working really hard on driving the ball. So let's see if we can't get that get that ball through the left side here. Ball way high. Really, really good. Good plate discipline there by Chris. Shout out to Mom and Dad if you're listening. That was one that he has swung at in the past, but today chose not to. That's the kind of plate discipline we need. Swing and a miss. Ball inside the knees. It's a good swing. It was a good swing. Can't be upset about that.
All right, let's go, Chris.
Now some leads by our runners. No look by the pitcher. Pitch right down the middle. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris has got to be swinging here. Really need to put some points on the board, some runs on the board. As I mentioned, we're kind of in a tough spell for the Jackrabbits, just playing below our real potential. Ball low. And Cole is safe at third on a sort of a delayed steal slash, I don't know, dropped ball.
Chris, you got it.
Hey, base hit scores 2, kid. Let's go.
And now we got a 2-2 count with 2 outs, so we got Deuces Wild. Swing and a miss at strike 3. That ends the inning, leaving 2 runners on. So 2 runners left on base, no runs. 1 hit, 1 reach on error. And with that, that brings us to the bottom of the first. We'll have Teddy on the mound, and we'll see what the defensive setup looks like once everybody runs to their spot. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already and you care about the Jackrabbits baseball, make sure. There we go. All right, we're back. Sorry, folks, we're back here. My wife is the end of the two balls and then Isai with a decent throw. Ball gets past, but great foul. All right, now the key thing here is not to have the too many holes on too many sides. So Teddy now. Oh. There we go. Love it. Good catch by Chris. That's what Teddy's going to need from his defense. So we have Teddy on the mound. We got Isai behind the plate. Cole at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Joe at third. In the outfield, we've got Javon in left. We've got Chris in center, as we saw made that catch earlier. And then, oh, ball. I'm not sure where that was. That looked close. And then Aaron is now in right. We're playing on all turf field, so look for the ball to really move if it's on the ground. And, you know, with 300-foot fences all the way around.
There you go.
There we go. Any ball that gets past our outfield may be running into trouble. Crazy screaming coming from the Wolves dugout. I guess they're Wolves. Heads up! All right, foul ball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 man out, runner on second. All right, Teddy was working on his changeup all weekend. Look for a changeup here, see if he can't. Oh, it's a fastball in the eyes, strike 3. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Coach had mentioned wanting to keep arms fresh. So, yeah, single and stolen base. That's how we got to guy at second. But there's 2 down. So, Coach had mentioned wanting to keep arms fresh, so everybody's going to get 1 inning to pitch. So, look for Teddy here to, whoa. Good move back to second, but he was safe. It's on YouTube. It was down for a little bit, but it's back now. It's on YouTube. And foul ball. Yeah, check because it's telling me I'm back.
Let's go, Teddy. 2 down, boys. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, Teddy.
Teddy now toe in the rubber. and looks like he is got his next pitch. Got his ball underneath that. That ball is over the head of the center fielder. That is going to go all the way to the fence. So that is probably a triple or a home run, depending on.
Oh, he got him. He's got him.
All right, and the ball gets past Teddy at.
Good relay.
Good relay, but the ball's past the third, but the runner's kept to second. So 1 run scores. Got 2 outs, and so the runner and batter just traded places. All right, that's just 1 run, no big deal. No big deal. Got to get this kid now. Number 0 for the Wolves is in there. Swing and a foul. So Wolves getting plenty of action on foul balls here. So Teddy's not blowing it past anybody tonight. Teddy now comes set. Steps off. Teddy exchanging a glance with his first baseman, Cole. I'm not sure what sort of inside pitcher joke they just made, but there you go. Next pitch. Pop up. That ball should be in Chris's glove, no problem. There he is with 3 outs of the inning. That is really no harm, no foul on that. There was a couple of good hits. You can't be upset with that, but the good defense is what we got from our center fielder there, and that takes us to the top of the second, excuse me. 1-0 Wolves. So as a reminder, this is the AYL Youth League, Arapahoe Youth League. We have 8 teams in AYL, and the way it works is we play on Thursday nights, and that then sets us up for the end of season tournament. So there's no champion of the league. You play for seeding, and you end up as your seed for the tournament, and then the tournament is where the Jackrabbits didn't have a single win, I don't think, in the Thursday league games, but then went into the tournament for the bottom 4 and won that. So we were the best of the worst last year. Hopefully this year we'll end up in the top 4 and end up, the full champion. So we are 3-3, as I mentioned, and so that puts us in 6th place. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 11 teams, not 8. So we're in 6th place right now, and we are playing the Wolves, who are in 2nd place. We're at 4-3, and they're at 5-1. So on the season, the Jackrabbits are 2 games under 500. Like I mentioned, having a tough stretch here of both league and tournament games. They do play a tournament this weekend, so make sure you tune in for that. We have 12U team. This team will be playing at 8 a.m. and noon on Saturday, and then hopefully win both those games and play a couple of games on Sunday and take home the trophies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It is only the 2nd inning here on a Thursday night league game. And we have the Wolves have a DJ. You don't know if you can hear it, but they've got songs between innings and then walk-up songs. One of the things I just refuse to do, honestly. It's too much work, and I just don't think they need it. The crowd is plenty engaged. So in steps Gianni. Aaron will be on deck. Gianni, a big power hitter, so this fast turf suits him well. He often lift the ball and strike. Lift the ball and get that into the outfield. If he can lift that ball and get into the outfield, he should get to second easily. Pitcher. Now with no balls and 2 strikes, Gianni's got to be swinging anything close. Doing a lot of dancing in there. ball high on a curveball. So yeah, it looks like they've got him dancing back there now. Coach is telling him to calm down a little bit, load, keep his head in there. Curveball high again. All right. So getting reports that the audio, 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Gianni coming way back. Getting reports that the audio is a little quieter than usual, so I will adjust that on my end. I've been spiking out here lately on being too loud, so here's payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in his eyes. So, yep. All right, so that's 1 down. And then in steps Aaron. That puts Javon in the on-deck circle. Got a swing earlier. Aaron back in the box. I would guess that this pitcher's throwing high. I guess that this pitcher's probably throwing low 60s. So definitely in and around the speed we normally see. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Ball outside, good eye. So now we're looking at swing and a miss right there. That was a good cut. Just a little, maybe over the top of it. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Ball high and away. So another Jackrabbit taking this pitcher all the way to a full count. See if the payoff pitch comes now. If it's going to be over the strike zone or high like it was to Gianni. It is strike 3 there at the knees, in fact. So tough call, that one. That one was one I probably would have taken too. All right, Javon steps in. That'll put Ricardo on the on-deck circle. Jackrabbits again struggling to put the ball in play after nearly 2 hours of practice yesterday of swinging, tee work, live pitching, the whole thing. Ball way high. This kid, when he throws his curveball, he doesn't reach, and so he's releasing the ball way too high. And that's why his curveball is not even coming anywhere close to the strike zone and not tempting our guys to swing at it. So, see if we can't get Javon to get us started here. Swing and partial swing and a miss. Strike there on the outside corner. Really like to see last night he grabbed one of the extra coaches. We've got one of the high school or college coaches that we've got with us, and asked to throw more and just work more on his craft. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3, and that is the end of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Jackrabbits. We've got to go get 3 up, 3 down for us. So we'll see what the defensive changes are. Like I said, the understanding is there are going to be different pitchers every inning. So we will have a new person on the mound. That my guess is new folks at various positions across the infield and outfield as well. Oh, shout out to Teddy's mom. I forgot to bring the ice for his arm. So son of a gun. All right, it looks like Jack will be on the mound this inning. And Cole will return to first. And looks like birthday boy Joe is playing second. I guess. Yeah, Coach is letting the birthday boy play where he wants, I guess. Sure, why not? And we've got Jorge in short, and we've got Gianni in third. Isaiah with a sprint out to left field to get underneath a very high can of corn that was thrown by Teddy. And then in center, I think we still have Chris in center, and I see Jabrell in right. So we're going to be heavy on speed on the in the outfield, and heavy on the leather on the infield. So Jack is, you've seen him pitch several times, always around the strike zone. He puts a whole game face on and makes it happen, and you know, makes up for the speed. He doesn't throw quite as hard as Teddy or Cole, but makes up for it with absolute determination. So, oh, it looks like my camera slid a little, so you're not seeing left field or third base. I'll go fix that. I'm on a new tripod tonight, kind of a deal, because of the fencing. So when the ball hits the fence, it moves me a little bit. How about that? There we go. All right. So balls are in, coming down. Oh, shout out.
Come on, Jack Rabbit.
All right. In steps number 33 for the Wolves. And we'll get started here. Only one ump with us tonight. We were a little delayed. We are the two umps that were on the field for the earlier game. Ground ball to Gianni. Beautiful catch and release. One pitch, one out. Well played by Gianni, sort of making up for being a little extra aggressive on his swing with a quick, easy out. So yeah, we had two umps for the 5:30 game. They both disappeared, and one new ump returned a little bit later. So we've only been at this game about 30 minutes. Ball outside. Suggestion from the birthday boy's father, who is dressed exactly like an ump. Comfortable black shoes, gray pants, a nylon blue jersey. He could fit in easily out on the field, but I'm pretty sure that Joe's dad would be pretty biased, so probably couldn't call an even game. So.
Go, boys!
Oh man, that looked like it was right at the knees, but called low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Good, bud. You go, Jack.
Jack is very economical with his pitches, tends to throw the fewest of anybody on the staff. Ground ball to Birthday Boy. Birthday Boy makes a great play. That is 2 down. That was excellent defense by Joe. Tagging him in the highlight reel for mom, dad, and family. So you can make that play. The other thing I liked about it was the ball got to Joe really quickly. He caught it and then realized that his first baseman wasn't on the base yet. And so he held that up and then threw a perfect strike. That ball is in the dirt. So in addition to being economical and throwing the fewest amount of pitches of really anybody on the staff while he's on the mound, Jack is also very quick. Gives me hardly enough time to describe what just happened before another ball comes. Like that. Ground ball to Jack. He's got time. And there it is. 1-3. 3 up, 3 down. Really good defense by the Jackrabbits there. And that takes us to the top of the 3rd. It'd be nice to see somebody get on base, get across home plate here.
Have a 25-minute inning.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Everybody hits. Let's put all 13 up, 13 down. Reminder that all 13 folks are all of our 13 boy, all 13 of our boys will hit. So the AYL rules are pretty simple. Everybody can hit, and then you can have unlimited defensive changes. If you hit just 9, then you have to do one defensive change, and then the batter has to go back in, and the fielder has to go back in for where they were. So by batting all 13, it gives Coach Paul all the opportunities to put the kids where they want to be, such as putting Joe at second base, which is funny because there is definitely a saying that the ball finds you when you go in. So, that's what happened there. So we'll have Ricardo at bat, and Jack will then be on deck. So heads up for the family of Ricardo and Jack. You're going to see him bat this inning. Oh. New pitcher for the Wolves, I believe. Hey, is this a new pitcher for the Wolves? Yeah, he looks smaller, right? Yeah. So we'll see different pitches here, and he managed to throw the ball against the fence, so I got to go fix my camera again. Super annoying. Oh, you got it? Okay. Thank you, sir. I got volunteer parent. I got to go fix our thing. So you'll get a better view of third base. Oh, we're going with new coaches as well. We got, rather than Coach Nick at first, it looks like we're going to have Coach Tito and Coach Hunter at third. Ricardo steps in. Oh, sorry, he doesn't quite step in because Ump isn't ready. Ump's ready now.
Vamos! Let's go, Jack Davis! Vamos!
Thank you. Ooh, that's so nice. I can see all of third base now. Ball. Easy hop to pitcher over to first for the first out of the.
Go, Jack.
Jack's up to bat now with Isaiah on the on-deck circle, so heads up to Isaiah's family.
Come on, bud.
Jack digging in. Jack really working on staying in the box and stepping towards the pitcher. Ball one. Yesterday he was just ripping the ball through the right side, so pulling the ball a lot, which meant that he was able to do that, step towards the pitcher and drive the ball. But when he steps towards first, which is his tendency, he will hit the ball. He won't hit the ball with a lot of power, and then he'll slap it to the left side.
Come on, Sid.
And Jack being told not to help him.
But if there were land, I don't know.
Ooh, ball is high and over Jack's head. 3-0.
Come on, Sid.
How many of you know that? Yeah, would have hit him in the head if he'd swung at it. How many of you know the Jackrabbit rule on 3-0? Hopefully everybody, because Jack will not be swinging here. He's not even trying to fool the pitcher. He's got the bat on his shoulder. Ball high, he takes first. So our first base runner here in the top of the third. Isaiah and Jack getting the signs. The catcher has a decent throw down. Oh no. All right, Isaiah. Call time. Wait, what happened?
Ruined it for everybody.
What happened? What just happened? Why did we call time?
Jack called time to put his glove on.
Oh,
And he got in
Jack,
trouble.
I see.
Now nobody gets a glove.
Gotcha. All right, so we had a timeout there because Jack asked for time to put his oven mitt on, and then Coach Hunter just said no more oven mitts because it takes too dang long. All right, so that's what's going on. Jack with a small lead, but getting a little bigger. Jack's off. Isaiah's holding it. That ball gets past the second baseman, shortstop, excuse me. So we do get a stolen base. And he's now maybe skinned up his knee a little bit there. I missed if that was a strike or a ball. I apologize. I will follow up on that. I think it was a strike. Called safe back, sliding back in. That was super close.
Pay attention, 6.
I think the problem there is we didn't have a field ump, and so the ump is trying to make that call from where he's at, and it was very, very close. Pitcher has not yet come set. Now he's come set. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right. I get it was like right at the letters, I guess. He definitely had the take sign. Yeah. All right, step off and move back towards second. Dugout yelling back this time, doing their job. Weren't so helpful the first one, that was a lot closer. Here comes the pitch. Ball low and away. Jack stays at second wisely. The ball really needs to kick away if he's going to go to third. It's a long 70 feet between second and third on a short pass ball. There's a huge hole on the left side if Isaiah can. Oh, man. Man, that was high, but Isaiah started making the motion. I think that's what fooled the ump there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now to Isaiah. We have Jabrell in the on-deck circle, so heads up Jabrell's family. All right, 2-2 count. Important if Isaiah can turn on this ball here. Whoa, ball super high. I'm not sure what that was. Might have been an attempt at some sort of curve or something. But catcher was mostly concerned about what Jack was doing out there. So Jack is definitely in the catcher's head. 3-2 now. If it's close, Isaiah needs to be swinging, putting this ball in play. Ball high. Isaiah will go down to first. Here we go.
Come on, Jabrelli.
Now Jabrell is up. That'll put Isai on deck. Isai
Stabilize, dude, have fun.
doesn't even need to come out with his gear on because we only have 1 down. Jabrell looking on making. Oh. Okay, runners are all going to advance on a pass ball and a swing and a miss.
See the ball. See it out front.
So Jabrell, like Gianni, tends to be a swing and drive the ball deep kind of batter, or fail to make contact. So ball high. Jack is tempting the catcher to throw back. I'm not sure that is coach ordained. I think that is he is trying to draw the throw. Strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down now.
Come on, Jabrelli.
Jabrell's got.
You got it, bud.
We need him to just swing and put the ball in play. If he puts the ball in play, it almost certainly scores 1, if not 2. Ball high. Jack gets that throw he's been trying to get. He is safe down at the slide.
You got it, too.
Now, the pitcher taking an extra moment to get his thoughts. Back on the rubber he goes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the second out. That puts Isai up, and then Joe, birthday boy, is on deck. Or Joe should be on deck. I don't see Joe on deck yet, but we got time here. Coach for the Wolves calling timeout to have a good conversation with his pitcher. It does seem as though his pitcher has been a little rattled, so smart heads up play by the Wolves coach. There we go, Joe's now in the on-deck circle. But we need Isai to get on for birthday boy to bat this inning. So it would be what I love about this game if we could get Isai on and birthday boy could come up and clear the bases. But again, I get ahead of myself. With no balls and no strikes, Isai steps in. we need to put a run across the board here, tie this game up. There's
Come on, Eastside.
no excuse for the Jackrabbits not to do that. Ball in the dirt. Great stop by the catcher. Got down on that ball and forced the ball in front of the plate, thus making sure Jack couldn't come in, because Jack will absolutely come in if there's a pass ball. Ball outside. Eastside with a really good eye. You know, he's, as our catcher, one of our primary catchers, a really good sense of where the strike zone is. So he has extremely good plate discipline. Oh, that ball was really high. Yeah, he called that a strike, but it was high. But it's going to happen every now and again. Eastside did chop off all of his locks. Ball really high. Those you used to see in those that hair coming down from the back of the helmet. You'll see there's none right now. 3-1. Absolutely a batter's count here. And he takes it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is the fairy tale storybook that I called earlier. Bases loaded, and Joe, the birthday boy, coming up. Birthday boy coming up. So, but before we can get there, the Wolves coach comes out and gets the pitcher. So we'll have a new pitcher who will get 8 pitches here while Joe has time to think about a bases-loaded grand slam. I'm calling it right now. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
I like it.
All right, well, we got a little time. We're in, can I interview Mom while we got time?
Absolutely.
So we do 60 seconds with a grown-up. So in this case, it's birthday boy Joe's mom. We got 60 seconds with her. He's going to come in with the bases loaded on his birthday. Mom saying it's a little scary. Yes. So let's start off with a question I always ask, which is, when did Joe first start playing baseball? When did you know he was a baseball player?
Probably. I think it was about 5. Yeah, about 5. He was throwing in the backyard, and his arm was phenomenal, and we knew. And he just always loved it. His uncle was a player. He was actually a catcher. So they kind of bonded, and it just went from there.
Marvelous. And do you have a memory of his baseball journey that sticks out that you can bring to mind?
Not in particular, because he lives baseball, anything. So there was never like a moment that was more glorious than any other, but just the love of the game all the time.
Marvelous. And as he now is going to step in, what's your call? A home run? Calling a grand slam right now, Mom?
We're doing a grand slam.
Mom,
That's it.
Mom's calling a grand slam. I'm calling a grand slam.
Joe!
And I can testify that he does nothing but care about baseball. When I drove him home last night, pulled out his phone and pulled up TikToks of baseball. So to which my son then replied, when am I getting a phone? And that's a whole nother conversation. All right, Joe's going to hit a grand slam right here. Birthday boy is going to punch this ball into the outfield, and then he's going to run for days. So the new pitcher that came in for the Wolves, he is throwing a lot harder than the previous guy. So he's probably their number 1 pitcher.
2 strikes, bud. 2 strike, bud. 2 strike.
Oh, curveball. Wow, that was a pretty curveball. Fooled Joe, fooled me, broke right over the plate. So fastball, curve. Now you're going to see a fastball here. Joe's got to be basically just swinging. Ball outside. Nobody goes anywhere.
Get closer. Get closer. 2 strike.
This kid throws hard. This kid throws clearly into the upper 60s. Ball outside, 2-2.
You got it, bud.
He also has a kind of a crazy 3/4 delivery, which we don't see a lot of. It's a little bit tougher on the arm, but does allow you to get a little more sling action. Ball high. We now have 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be running on this pitch. And Joe, appealing to the man above for a little help. So, swing and a miss. Strike 3. That ends the inning, leaving the bases full. Sadly, the fairy tale that Mom and I were pulling for didn't quite happen, but that is baseball. And they brought in their best pitcher to shut him down. So, with that, we come to close the end of the top of the third. Excuse me. We go to the bottom of the third. We'll see who takes the mound here. My guess is Cole because he just grabbed the ball, and Jabrell will be his battery mate. I know because Jabrell has a very unique left leg kick out, which is a lot more confidence in not catching a short hop than I have. Let's see, Cole, number 34. So if the way this is working, what we would see in the fourth inning then is probably a Gianni or maybe a Joe. And then also Javon has been trying to pitch. So we could see some more of those today. So Cole is I think our number one starter. Although Jack challenges for that on a regular basis, but throws the hardest, has the greatest amount of pitches in his arsenal, and is always around the plate. So holy moly, what are we doing in the infield? So the infield is a whole new infield. We have Jack, our only left-hander at first, which is probably a place if he plays longer he'll have to get used to. And then it looks like we have Chris at second, and we've got Joe. Joe must be calling these defenses because Joe's at short and Teddy is at third. In the outfield, it looks like we have Javon. And in left, who's in center? Ricardo's in center. Okay. And beautiful throw from Jabrell going down. And then it looks like we got Aaron in right. I think that's Aaron in right. So a defensive alignment we have not seen all season. Kind of interesting because this might be the infield. If you were just looking on paper, this might be the infield you'd do. Bunt, really hard on the turf. Cole gets him at first, and Jack goes to pick him up. So one pitch, one out. So I'll explain what I meant there about if you were to look on paper that this would be the infield you'd run. So Jabrell has a strike. Jabrell has a natural presence behind the plate. Has also sort of low and wide, which is what you like for a catcher because you can block the ball. You always put your lefty on first so they're not throwing across their body as they're getting the ball on the infield. Chris is speedy, covers a lot of ground, and has an excellent glove, as we saw in the first inning where he got those two outs in center. So that's exactly what you'd put in where you'd put your second baseman. Okay, Joe at short probably isn't where you put in. You probably still put Jorge at short, but he's a birthday boy, so let him be there. Oh, ball inside. Now we're at 3-1. Teddy at third makes sense because he's got a strong arm and very fast reflexes. So this is definitely an infield which one might look like, again, on paper, you'd want to run out. To handle the hot corner at third. This is our first time at seeing Joe at short, so I'll have to suspend disbelief there. Chris has struggled at second. Ball high and inside. Field versus first. Also, Jack's not as tall as you'd want a first baseman traditionally, so that's why we haven't seen this. That's why we haven't seen these this defensive setup. But nonetheless, interesting one. We'll see how it goes. We've got one down and a man on first who got there on a walk. We've got number 18 showing bunt, but then a throw over to first. Jack pops him on the helmet, but he's back safely. Another throw over.
Vamos, Luis! Vamos! Vamos!
Strike. Runner does not go. Coach Hunter explaining to Joe and Christopher how to cover second is, again, not our usual defensive thing. So those two guys are trying to figure out who's got the base and what they're doing. Ball low on what looked to be maybe a changeup. I think that's what that was. Trying to draw the swing there. Didn't get it. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw back. Oh, they almost had him. Ball pops out of Jack's glove. But certainly now they've got him thinking. And I'm not sure that that he's going to be going anywhere. Two strikes, 1 down. I hope Cole just comes back with another fastball and doesn't mess around here and gets this out. We need the second out. And this number 18 for the Wolves has not been able to keep up with the fastball. Ball's good. Ball high. Little throw. Oh, into the outfield. Good backup by everybody. Everybody got a touch on that. Everybody got a touch on that. You know. What I just a shout out though to Javon. Can I give a shout out to Javon, who came running in from left field to back up third in case there was a throw there. That's just one of those things where he's picked up this year, understanding the game. You know, 5-6 games ago, he would have been standing in left field like a potted plant. Hey, 3! See you later. That was a beautiful spot right there. So yeah, Javon just making some moves here to really understand and improve and learn the game. All right, and then now in comes number 6 for the Wolves with 2 down and a runner on second. Let's see if anybody's paying attention to him back there. He's not going anywhere. Strike right down the middle. Cole hitting those probably mid-60s speeds tonight, I think.
Hit the corners.
Yeah,
Spot.
and he's Are they moving him on the inside outside there? I wasn't noticing if they were moving the ball around. Yeah. Ball outside. Jabrell with a good snag, keeping the runner at second. Teddy was breaking to cover in case there was a play, as was Javon. It looked like even Joe was running back to second to see if they could go get him. All right. Just for funsies, Cole steps off and looks back. No play there, as there was nobody to catch the ball. Joe now over. Oh, ball low, just barely though. 2-1 and 2 down.
Come on, Cole.
So simple ground ball and throw to first is what we need. Or Cole can come back and strike this guy out would be great. Joe doing a lot of beating of his glove to get attention for Cole. Cole turns, makes a motion, but does not throw. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Man, that was a beautiful inside, chest-high fastball. If you can't catch up with it, you're never going to be able to do anything with it. Now everybody being moved, shifted to the right because the batters are just not able to catch up with the speed of Cole. The Wolves screaming at him. Oh! All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes on what I'm pretty sure was strike 3. All right, Cole's got to shake that off and got to go just make this next pitch. Foul ball. Away. No play to make.
Come on, 3-4.
Right here. Ground out.
I'm getting a few reports of sort of slow and laggy connection. I apologize. I think that's our T-Mobile hotspot, which did the restart in the middle of the game anyway. Pop up down the right field line. That ball will fall foul, but not until Jack threw himself on the ground. because it is not a Jackrabbits ball game if Jack does not end up on the dirt. So, but I don't know if you heard me say earlier, 3 pitches ago, everybody was moved to the right. That's because nobody can catch up with the fastball here that Cole's throwing. So Chris needs to move more to his right. Otherwise, there's a huge hole in the ground through the right side. And Birthday Boy makes another play. Just showing himself around the infield. Joe having a defensive game of his.
Every game is Joe's birthday.
Every game is Joe's birthday, and every game shall be a chance for him to just pick his spots. But man, the baseball gods, they do deliver the ball to you if you're on the spot. So we go to the top of the 4th, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1-0, and we are at the top of the order with Jorge and then Cole. So we definitely need a crooked number this inning. So we played him close, but we have not played them enough to win. So, and as I mentioned, while we're in 6th place and the Wolves are in 2nd place, the run differential, both runs scored and runs against, is virtually the same. Just maybe 1 run difference per game. So that is a thing. The game is close, and we want to keep it. We want to score a few more over the top of it here. So let's get a crooked number. I just fixed the the camera again, and I think they just threw it again. I don't know if this is the same kid that ended the last inning. I wasn't watching. I apologize. So. So that I don't get a text, Grandma and Grandpa, or Teddy's Nana and Papa, Teddy will be up 3rd this inning. So turn on the video if you're doing something else. I also know it's a little bit later where you're at, so if you're still up. But Teddy will bat 3rd. But before Teddy, we'll have Jorge and we'll have Cole. Jorge being told to recognize it early. Shortstop for the Wolves, doing a lot of kind of howling, in kind with the name. Look for Jorge to get a good swing. Like I said, it puts the ball on the ground a lot. Doesn't have a huge launch angle. And often puts the ball on the ground and then just legs it out. Jorge moved like that was inside, but it was called a strike.
Go, Jackrabbit!
Foul ball, straight back. I think this is a different pitcher than the one we saw before. He's comes more over the top with his delivery. Jorge fights off a beautiful curveball. So just did what he needed to do there. I didn't know if you were watching, Dad. I just wanted to make sure. I know it's late. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 3. Jorge's down on strikes. Cole steps in now. Wolves trying to throw the ball around a little bit, a little bobble, but they get the ball back. All right, being told to box the hands and hit one.
What is happening?
Strike. First one right down the middle. Cole's probably the only kid on the team who could hit the ball to the fence on a fly here at 300 feet, especially given how hard this Wolves pitcher is throwing. But we got to swing and we got to make contact. Strike on a beautiful curveball. Nothing you could really do with that. Nothing you can do with that. You just got to let that go. So, coach reminding Cole that we hit fastballs, which we'll see if that means that we get a curve Another curve and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down on 3 straight pitches. In steps Teddy now. And we'll have Chris on deck. So heads up to Chris's family. Teddy gets on. Chris will be up. So Teddy now locked and loaded. Ball way outside. Thankfully, he didn't swing at that. He loves those first pitch fastballs. Teddy being reminded to load early. Teddy's doing what we haven't seen a lot of our Jackrabbits do, which is be way back in the box. With that, he whoops the ball into center. Teddy with a single. That was a beautiful swing. Beautiful swing. So Teddy's on now with 2 outs. And back in the box now, back in the box. Teddy was back in the box there. I was trying to get that explained to everybody, but that by being with your back foot on the white chalk line, you get maximum time to see the ball. And so Teddy will almost certainly go. Teddy with a beautiful steal. Teddy really having a really good game today. On the mound, I think he's 2 for 2 at bat. Oh no, he walked? He got on twice anyway. And now at the stolen base. So a single from Chris with 2 outs means that Teddy will score. Another beautiful curveball. Oh, sorry, I missed the first one. 0-2. So now we need a base hit. Teddy stealing. Ball is dropped by the third baseman. So another steal. Good job by the dugout yelling ball, 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 ball while it was there. So Teddy stands a mere 70 feet away from tying the game on a 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out counts. Swing and a miss at a curveball, probably out of the zone, stranding Teddy at third. So stranding more runners on. What is that? 6 runners stranded, I believe, through 4 for the Jackrabbits. Tough to win when you don't bring the ball anybody across the plate. All right, in steps our next. Oh no, hasn't Jack already pitched? What's he doing grabbing the ball?
He's gone first.
Oh, okay.
Joe's catching.
Joe apparently is being. He is. Well, the birthday boy is getting to do what the birthday boy wants, and he has the the tools of ignorance donned, Dad. So, but why not? You get a chance to decide where to play, you can go. So we do have Gianni. That's what I thought we would see. Gianni will be pitching, excuse me. So heads up Gianni's family. He'll be pitching this inning. Joe behind the plate. His family a lot in disbelief that this is happening. We see Jack return to first. We see Chris still at second, but Ricardo is now at short. Teddy at third. Left field, it looks like Isaiah. Yep, I think that's Isaiah because he's so tall. And in center, who do I have in center? Is that Gianni in center?
You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. Is Gianni playing center? Who's in center?
Gianni's pitching.
Oh no, Gianni's pitching. Who's
Jorge.
it? Oh, Jorge's in center. Jorge's in center. Isaiah, and then right is Javon,
Way off.
number 10.
No, it is Gianni. Okay, I thought it was.
That's
Oh, it's Isai. What an absolute change here for us defensively. Nobody in the natural position, so we'll see how this goes. Well, sorry, Gianni is in his natural position, he's pitcher. But yeah, defense has improved clearly, and then offense struggled. So. Joe's dad might have to go for a walk here because he's going to have trouble. And I'm going to be a little grumpy if he doesn't catch the ball because it moves my camera. Hey, catch the ball. You're moving my camera otherwise. There we go. Beautiful curve by Gianni. Joe calling for balls in. This may be the best 12-year-old birthday he's ever had. I'm just saying. And remember, folks, the baseball gods demand that the ball find you. So the good news is, as the catcher, the ball will find him literally every throw. So whips down. Runner's probably safe at this point, but ball's going down. And we go the top of the order now for the Wolves, it looks like, because I remember this song, which is a country song about lost love that I don't think number 3 has experienced. First pitch here from Gianni. It's a ball low. Joe does make the catch. So concerns that Joe couldn't catch are unfounded. Foul ball off to the right. Gianni throws hard, so these guys are going to need to be swinging sooner. Isai and Wright being told to move way back from the stretch. Gianni swing, popped out of play again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, Gianni.
All right, we're out of balls, so we just got all right, we're returning balls to the ump here so we can get going. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now as we return. Gianni coming set before the ump even has his mask on. Pop up, again out of play. Gianni needs to change his location here. There has been 3 fastballs more or less in the same place. So he needs to bring the ball down or maybe throw a different pitch, but can't keep doing that. That's what happens when you throw a fastball 4 times in the same place. Ball hits Jorge right in the midsection in center field. So, all right. Now, Joe's arm will be tested here. They're definitely going to send him. You don't have your leadoff hitter get on and then not steal. So, Joe will be, all right, step off. Isai asleep in right field, had to have his name yelled to get attention. Joe catch, throw, not quite on time. Ball skips off of the fielders. So we got a stolen base there, and I believe ball 1. That was a ball, right? Next pitch, runner does not go, ball outside. And Gianni now puts his foot on the rubber, gets a sign, comes set, throws, ball high. Gianni doing some sort of deep knee bends there, not sure what was happening. But Ricardo holding him on. Ball 4, 4 straight balls. Now puts runners on first and second for the Wolves as they go to their number 3 hitter. Left-handed batter. Outfield now being moved more straight away with the left-hander up. Runner at first taking a crazy lead, but there'll be no play at first. You're not going to throw behind the runner at second, so he knows it. Ricardo holding this guy on. Here they go. Oh, Teddy broke in on the bunt and didn't cover third on the double steal. So there was no communication from the fielders, from the middle infielders, that there was a steal on. So again, nobody playing their natural position. We didn't, this didn't work. Ball 2. That's 6 straight balls from Gianni. So what? Isaiah's playing left. Isaiah's playing left? Yeah, I think so, yeah. But he was backing up the throw, so, but there was no one to throw to there. All right. Strike on the outside corner. If he could paint that corner all day, he'd be set. Yep, move it around, exactly. Muévela. Pop fly over Isaiah's head. That ball will go all the way to the fence. It will score at least 2. And with a double. And that is just frustrating. So that takes it to 3-0. And is this the Jackrabbits inning where all the wheels fall off? We tend to have one inning, and this has, I'm looking at very downcast dad faces around me, including my own. Did he? Oh, well, we got Jorge out there. He'll catch it. So, but yes, I think that's Jorge. Strike. And don't put it there again. Gianni's got the location, but he's got to move the ball around here. So it was a fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Joe calling it for on the inside now. Swing and a miss. That was nice. And I also think that might have been a changeup. That might have been a changeup. Oh, lights going off at the other fields. I guess we're it. Oh, those lights all went off, so got suddenly a lot darker here. Not gonna lie though, the contrast on my video got much better. Joe with a beautiful snag. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Gianni needs to keep the ball low here. I think a low fastball is in order. Ball outside. Ball pops out of Joe's glove, but runner does not advance. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Gianni. Yeah, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for a vital first out of the inning. That is an excellent, excellent way by Gianni to arrest the slide. Let's see if we can do more now and get a second out in a row. Number 0 for the Wolves, really digging in here. Ball low. Good stop by Joe. I'll take that miss all day. That's you can't do anything with that really. I'm very worried though at the left side, wide open. I mean, Gianni steps off and throws back. We got Ricardo sort of standing on second base. Left side is wide open for just screaming for a ground ball. Oh man, that was ball 2 on what looked like.
Hey, you could live right there, 1-9.
Looked like a really good strike right there at the knees as it crossed the plate. So killing me. This is what Ricardo does when he plays second too. There we go. Ball or strike at the number. So Gianni bringing the ball up higher there. So yeah. Now we got pop fly down the right field line. That ball is foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Gianni's battled his way back now. Now it's his count. He's got a pitch to work with.
Adentro. Adentro, he's late. Adentro.
All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Gianni back on the rubber. Runner from second taking a small lead. Next pitch in the dirt. Knocked down by Joe, but goes to the back. Runner advances. Everybody doing what they need to do there. Teddy covering the base. Isaiah backing him up. But now they're, with 1 down, they got a runner only 70 feet from home. And a full count.
Hey. You know what that means, right?
Now they're way behind Gianni here. The foul balls have been down the right field line and way behind, so they're moving the outfield to the right. You can see Isaiah running across now to cover the gap. Pop fly right to Esai. Can of corn. Esai with the throw. Home, home, home. Oh, the throw is no good from Jack. Runner scores, but we trade a run for an out. So I think you take that, given all things being equal. So we got 2 down. Base is empty now. Base is empty, 2 down. 4-0. Again, we can be grumpy about giving up 3 runs this inning, but we have not scored. We've left 6 runners on base, and you can't win a ball game if you don't have any runs. So we need to get this guy out for sure. Ball low. But you get this guy out, we can go put a crooked number up, and we can certainly get kids on base. We just got to bring them in. I see that my camera has again moved. I will go back and fix that again. Ball away. There we go.
Other side of the rubber.
Gianni stepping way to the far side of the rubber, which means he's kind of throwing the ball away, but he's been more successful when he's throwing the ball in on right-handed batters. So you'll see he's missing away now on all these 3 pitches.
You got this, Gianni. Let's go, bud.
3-0 now. So they should be taking, so Gianni should just serve one up right down the middle. Yep, there we go. A little outside, but we'll take it. 3-1, 2 down. Gianni now, if he were a little more over on the rubber towards third base, I think his pitches would be a little bit more inside and jamming these guys. But nonetheless, there it is, strike 2 at the knees. Full count, full count. You know, I've been saying Gianni shouldn't throw that pitches in the same place over and over again, but I kind of feel like he should just throw that pitch again. Outfield playing the batter more straight away, so really good coaching by the coaches is the second out of the inning. To foul ball, to move the Esai over to where he was, and we caught that. So Oh, ball 4 on what had been called a strike previously. Frustrating when that happens, because what are you supposed to do with that? That was a strike previously.
Hey, 1-9. Keep working.
You got a 19.
It's all good.
Stretch it out.
All right.
Hey, don't leave it up to him.
2 down now, 2 down. Runner goes, ball in the dirt, throw is not in time. Chris gets the ball as it bounces past Ricardo. And we are, full on an hour and 20 minutes into this game now, folks. Swing and a miss. Beautiful, beautiful frame by Joe there. It wasn't necessary because it was a swing and a miss, but it was a beautiful frame nonetheless. Gianni's dad offering all kinds of pitching coach advice from the stands here. Swing and a foul straight back. I really, really hate this fence. Look at that. How is anybody supposed to enjoy a game when it looks like that? That's no good. Strike right here. Ball high and away. Runner on second did not go anywhere, so we're still looking at a pop up down the left field line. Teddy catches it in foul territory for the final out of the inning, but not before quite a bit of damage is done by the Wolves. And the Jackrabbits will see if they can finally figure out how to score a run in the top of the 5th.
Welcome to the life of a catcher.
Shake your head.
All right, looks looks like we will have Gianni. Gianni will lead us off, and then we've got Aaron on deck. So heads up to the Gianni and Aaron families. Your batter will be on the video soon. And then I see Javon out, so I'm guessing Javon must be in the hole. So heads up Javon's family. Again, I'm just a shout out to my kid. He's having a heck of a game. Teddy with that final out of the inning in a position that's not normally his, third base. Just getting underneath it on the left. Well, he normally plays left. He's playing third, but still made a great play in foul territory down the left field line to finish the inning off. So, but at 4-0, if the Jackrabbits don't put up some runs here soon, the time is going to be out. I got an hour 24, I think, something like that. So at an hour 24, we don't start another inning after an hour 30. So Jackrabbits probably need to score 5 runs here, at least 4 to force the bottom of the inning. Otherwise, we will wrap this up on this school night and all be headed home. So just a quick reminder, of course, that your 12U Jackrabbits will be playing at 8 a.m. on Saturday and noon on Saturday. The 13U Jackrabbits, those boys have the weekend off, so they'll be doing whatever it is that 13-year-old boys do on weekends off. Probably, I'm going to just guess, I'm going to go on a wild guess here. Gaming. They will be on their PlayStations, their Switches, and their Xboxes for sure. So, all right, new pitcher, or is it still 22? No, new pitcher. So new pitcher for the Wolves. Just saw he threw a curveball there. It was a fairly decent break, much slower, so should be easier to read. Gianni hopefully will have some plate discipline up here. Definitely can hit number 27. Not.
Hey, let's go eat some cereal.
All right, and now we got new coaches too, because why not? We still have Coach Nick down first, as he's his usual post, but it looks like Coach Mark down the left field line. He'll be calling it. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. The ball was a little high. Yeah, a little high. Everybody's telling him don't swing at those high pitches, but those first pitch fastballs are super tempting. So. All right, next pitch. Swing and a miss. 27 making the glove pop for sure. And Gianni should be further back in the box. Why is he so far up in the box? Why is he so far up in the box? He's not giving himself enough time to see the ball. Swing and a miss with a ball in his eyes. Second at bat, he's done that today. So Gianni down on strikes. Aaron steps in and Javon in the on-deck circle. If Javon and Aaron get on, we'll see Ricardo as well this inning. But we need these boys to get on. Strike on the outside corner. 27 doesn't mess around. He just throws strikes. So if we could just time him up, we can drive this drive these pitches no problem. Ball outside. I say that, and he throws a ball way outside, so what do I know? Aaron's a spray hitter, so just sort of makes contact and the ball goes where the ball goes. Foul straight back. Not tempted to pull the ball. We definitely have some of the kids who only like to pull the ball. And again, because there's no support here, I got to fix my camera.
Let's go, Aaron.
Aaron with the ground ball. Right to the first baseman, who picked up the ball, steps on the bag for the second out of the inning. We need Javon to get on here, otherwise, actually, well, we'd go to the bottom, and then if we hit an hour 30, that game would be over. Sorry, I got the last foul ball must hit really close to where I was at because this is a mess. Swing and a miss, the ball in his eyes. We have an infection in the Jackrabbits tonight where we're swinging at fastballs that are high.
Let's go, 9-9.
It's all right. One ball, one strike to Javon. Again, Ricardo on deck. So if Javon, sorry, let me scratch that. When Javon gets on, Ricardo will come up. Strike. Outside corner at the knees. Javon's got to be swinging here.
Put it in play. Beat it.
According to my count here, if Javon gets out, we technically have 1 minute left. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Ending the inning.
Go, boys. Gloves it. Turn it up.
Is it hour 30, hour 45?
Hour 45.
Oh, never mind, hour 45. We're only at an hour 30. So we will have a bottom of the inning, and if we can get it to go quickly, then and then we will have a 6th. Otherwise, this will be it. Joe's grabbing the ball. Joe has been being able to pick his own position. So did he pick pitcher? I think he picked pitcher. Joe has got a chance now on his birthday here to play every infield position except the one, his normal position of first base. So good for him. Why not? You're 12. Like, when do you get a chance to do that again? So. All right, we have Joe on the mound. So Joe has pitched before, and Joe has struggled with location. So we'll see if that changes this inning. And then looks like Jabrell is got a 2nd consecutive inning behind the plate. Jack still holding down 3rd. Javon at 2nd. Ricardo at short. Cole now at 3rd. Isaiah in left. And then Isai in center? No, Jorge in center and Aaron in right. So I need glasses. It's hard for me to see. The good news is on the video you can't even possibly see. So whatever I say is right.
Whatever you say is correct.
Whatever I say is correct. And if you don't like it, well, I'll refund all the money you paid me. Speaking of which, if anybody would like to sponsor the Jackrabbits and sponsor the stream, we are able to do that for you. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, we can put your logo up, we can do shout-outs. Really, we're in charge here, so it'll be a great conversation to have. You can drop a comment in the notes. Drop a comment in the comments if you're interested. We'll get back to you. Or let your baseball player know. Well, preferably let your baseball player's parents know. Not that 11-year-olds aren't totally remember everything, but we'd love to work with you on that, whether it's your company, whether grandma and grandpa, you just want to give a shout out to your kid. I am happy to give nicknames even. We should do like a sponsor and nickname, and you just you give me $10 and your kid, whether they like it or not, gets the nickname every time they're up.
A brilliant segue just a moment ago too as well. So,
that's how my brain works. That's how my brain works. I should have mic'd you up tonight. I was too busy with
when I come
figuring
back,
that. Yeah,
let's do a two-man crew.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the last time we won.
That was the last time we won. So, and we
should
played
try
a
it again.
great game. So, all right, that's Tony over my shoulder who, if I can get him to keep from pacing, will be my second man on this crew, and we'll talk through the game with you. Because we got good feedback, and he's right. That is the last time we won, and I'm sure that's exactly the only reason.
I'm sure
There's no...
baseball's a superstitious sport.
Baseball is I'm actually wearing different socks than the last time we won, so I got to fix that. I got to go find the socks I was wearing. Find my lucky socks. All right, in steps number 10 for the Wolves. So Joe on the mound, and Joe is a pitch to contact hitter. He does not have enough velocity to throw it past everybody. So look for him to hopefully locate the ball over the plate, and are you kidding me? Look at that. This is, sorry everybody. Let me go fix that. Joe will pitch to contact, and so he will put a lot of balls in play, I assume, tonight. And the key thing here will be for the defense to pick him up. Defense has to pick him up, make the plays. And again, we don't have all of our boys where they would normally naturally play, so let's see if that's going to be a problem. 2 strikes. A ball bounces, comes back to the plate.
Let's go.
Ugh, this is just a mess right now. I apologize, but every ball is going at the fence, and so I'm doing my best. 2 strikes now, and 1 ball. Swing and a miss. Ball goes to the outside. They get him on the strikeout. Well played by everybody. Jabrell grabbing that ball. Joe with the pitches. Jack with the stretch. All right. 1 down now. Number 23 steps in for the Wolves. Joe from the windup. So Joe throwing strikes. I told you, if he can be close, he can be good. So Joe is using the windup here. He doesn't generate a lot of power with his arm, so he's got to use the windup to generate any velocity that he's got. I know my picture's wonky, but I assume one of the kids will hit the fence here soon. I'll have a chance to fix it. Okay, ball bounces. Stretch. Reach. Reach with that. Reach. Vamos, Liebres, vamos. We got 1 down.
Good out, bud.
And 1 ball, 1 strike, so 1s are wild. That ball was kind of whipped sideways. I should just go stand behind the plate. This is, look at that. It's impossible, you can't watch that. People are gonna want their money back. Next pitch is in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Joe rearing, but not quite getting the action on the pitch that he needs
Come on, Joe.
to get all the way to the plate.
Get it,
Ground ball. Cole picks it up. He makes a bad throw, but a nice scoop by Jack at first. Bounces the first pitch in there. Jabrell with another solid stop. Jabrell playing a really good game behind the plate tonight. Having to catch several different pitchers, making that play earlier. Strike. I feel like I just jinxed him because I said he was playing really good, and then that ball just slipped through his legs. My bad. That's on me. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Again, Joe pitches to contact, so the ball is going to get in play, and we just need guys to make plays like Cole did and that last batter. The ball low and away. The one thing that does happen when you don't have the velocity, like Joe doesn't, is that it's going to require the batters to put a lot of punch into the pitch, and 13 foul ball. 13 is swinging really hard to try to do that, and so that will often mess with mechanics. Arms will drop, shoulders will drop. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Ricardo looking very ready for a ground ball. Joe getting the pitch, setting up way outside. Let's see how this goes. Joe knew that was a bad pitch in the beginning. We heard a frustrated bark from him.
I almost thought at first it was one of those Monica Seles grunts. If we remember her. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, that was a frustration. He overthrew it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Got him.
Go! Wow. Ball 4. Ball 4. So good pitch by Joe. No worries, no harm. We got 2 down. Little 18 steps in here. all these kids can hit, of course, but we're here towards the bottom of the order for Joe, which I think is serving him decently well. Jack forgot to hold the runner on, so there was no play at first. Again, not their natural position, still learning it. A ball was thrown down to first on a attempt to pick him off. Ball bounced off Jack's glove into short right field, but no harm, no foul. We just have one ball, number 18 here.
I'll roll the grounder, Joe.
As long as Joe can stay near the plate, we can stay in this inning. Strike and oh! Oh man, that was a good throw. We got that was a strike. So 1-1. Ball bounced off the top of Javon's glove. So Javon made the very typical mistake of going to make the play before he had the ball, and so didn't get the ball in his glove. Ricardo holding the runner on. Joe not really paying him much attention. Ball outside.
Hey, good miss, kid.
All right, we need Joe to put one over the plate here and make number 18 earn his spot on base. We can't be walking guys. Now, if Joe can get this guy, we still have 4 minutes according to mine, so we should get a 6th inning in. But six minutes of.
If I'm right about
Okay, so Joe walking around a little bit, getting his head on straight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coach just said, Joe, take your time. It's your birthday. Here comes the pitch. We had a collision at third. Cole seems to be okay. Runner seems to be okay. I think what happened was, in an effort to catch the ball, Cole may have caught the runner on the helmets. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. We're taking a little time to get everybody get set up. It looks like everybody's fine, thankfully, because it's just 12U baseball and no one's gonna have a permanent injury. Joe now coming from the stretch, again struggling. Ball 4. No one goes anywhere. Oops. We have 1st and 3rd. So Joe unable to come off the windup, struggling to generate quite enough velocity to get the ball over the plate when he comes from the stretch. And we've seen this earlier in the season as well. Ball high. Joe, that was a good throw by Joe that time. It was a bigger
Roll the
step.
grounder, Joe. Let's give us one more chance here, babe.
Joe now needs to get the runner out, or the batter out, because the runner just stole second, so there's no force. So we just need a strikeout or a ground ball. The good news is Joe can now come off the windup, where he does generate the velocity and the accuracy. As you can see, a difference right there. First pitch, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
I like number 6 and White nodded his head in agreement with the call and with the pitch selection by Joe. Yeah, that's a strike.
Yeah, was that?
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Well pitched. Number 6 dances out of the way for ball 2.
No nod in agreement on that one.
No, he was not.
doesn't agree
He didn't
with
appreciate that one. Joe did not appreciate Joe making him dance. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Joe turning into the human rain delay here, taking a lot of time between pitches. But if he can throw a strike here, then who cares? Foul ball. And I got deuces wild. I got 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
2-1.
No, 2-2, right?
Yeah. 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. Yeah,
2
yeah.
on.
Oh,
2
t-
out.
and 2 on and 2 out. Yeah.
2 everywhere.
Wow, 2's everywhere.
2's a while.
Yeah. What's Joe's number? Joe's number 1 though, so it doesn't really.
I think the girls should call the 2. Right now. How about the 2?
Can he throw the 2? I don't know. I mean, what the heck?
You shouldn't even have to call it.
It should be obvious.
I'm
Yeah.
calling it right now. This ball's going in second.
We're having some conversation around wardrobe here between the ump and Jabrell. I think we got knee pad problems, but looks like we're ready to go. Get ready for the next pitch here. Will it be the curveball? It will not. It'll be strike 3, and that is it for the inning. Bring it in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Run, 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 run.
Good job, Jabril.
Oh, Ump is calling it. On mine, I got 30 seconds left. Ump wants to go home. It's a school night. We're visitors, so that's it. That ends the inning. That ends the game. Jackrabbits lose 4-0. Again, left 6 runners on. If you want to know the difference, that's it. Again, join us 8 a.m. Saturday morning. We'll be back for our tournament play. Thank you, everybody, and we will talk to you on Saturday.